President Museveni attends graduation of the first batch of the Unified Forces in South Sudan. The late General Tumwine laid to rest with a 27-gun salute. Parliament passes the Anti-Terrorism Bill Amendment Bill of 2022, while Chief Justice Kome Martha in Kenya cautions parties about time during the presidential elections petition hearing. Yes, it's UBC News Tonight, the second edition. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was in Juba, South Sudan, at the invitation of his counterpart, the South Sudanese President, His Excellency Salva Kiir, to attend the graduation of its first batch of the unified forces in the country, the National Army and the police services, in his capacity as one of the guarantors to the South Sudan peace process. This long-awaited graduation marked a fulfillment of a critical milestone in the implementation of the revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan. The graduation and deployment of the unified forces has been postponed many times in the last 3 years due to a lack of political will and funding. Through his Twitter handle, General Museveni said that he was pleased to be back in Juba to witness the graduation of the first batch of the unified forces of the Republic of South Sudan. This follows the 2019 Entebbe tripartite agreement for the cessation of hostilities and a transition process towards general elections in South Sudan. Up to 83,000 troops were originally to join the National Army, but a new deal reached in April this year agreed on 53,000 soldiers. The unity government in South Sudan was formed in February 2020, but it was yet to create a unified national army. At Entebbe International Airport, President Museveni was seen off by the Minister of Presidency, Mile Babalanda, and the Head of Public Service, Lucy Nachobe. Others to see him off were the Assistant Commissioner of the Air Force, Major General Charles Okidi, and the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Nuwajira, and the Acting Director Administration of Uganda Prisons, John Bosco Tumwine. Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has eulogized the departed NRM freedom fighter General Tumwine, describing him as an assertive, brave and courageous man regardless of his stature. The Premier Anabanja represented government at the burial ceremony of the late General Tumwine in Kazo district.
At exactly 10 a.m., the body of the fallen foster hero, General Tumwine, arrived at Rwemikona grounds in Kazo district ahead of his last funeral service. The service attracted people from all walks of life as they sought to witness the final journey of a statesman who has served his nation beyond self. In attendance were ministers, members of parliament, local leaders and members of the general public.
Tumwine akashobyachi ebikura mbamujuma okujangwa kana bagambira amazima shana gombaga muyitera mwena bakugira abagamba kuri Tumwine mbarjeho nyombere nabagambije ukagira abantu hana nka television nabanyanti stupidity is not an offense.
The family of the deceased comrades is entitled to survivor benefits, the process of which will be explained to the beneficiary after the burial ceremony. Fare thee well, dear General, brother, comrade Tumwine. May the Lord Almighty receive you with all the grace that abandon in His.
The peace that General Tumwine with others, including General Mojo, who is here. And now we have in Uganda. We need to guard it jealously.
Former ministers Sam Kutesa and John Nasasira were among Tumwine's longest friends.
Then Chinana mwena kwa kuseho abakazo bandonda nazo parliament. Namara na Tumwine emyaka abiri na mushanjo parliament. Omukago gwa politics gwayongera gwanywana. okukorera kazo kumwe n'okuteesa kwayeyongera.
Ekirani nyenda kugamba kugira ngu Tumwine afiire n'emyaka 68. Ego namaze emyaka 68 emyaka mingi. Kongo NRM ija abantu bakaba bafa bayina emyaka average keri emyaka 43. Tuko emyaka 43. Mbeshati yokwongera emyaka abirine na life ye. Tekitnabata tungire ki yarwanirire.
Present were also retired Major General Mugisha Muntu and General Henry Tumukunde.
I know that has been said, but it is the truth. He was one of one. We are all uniquely made, but there is no one like Daddy. And why I say that is because when everyone walked in this direction, Daddy walked in the opposite one.
Prime Minister Robin Anabanja was the chief mourner at this service. The Premier eulogized the late Tumwine as one person who has been assertive, brave and courageous.
This is recent. Yes, everyone. Yanga mukali ogera kujalete amiko. Also is the mono kana kugambye bu. Omukoro koze wabantu babiri bali hano okero. Akawerwa yasa mu office. The following day he came to Kampala in my office. I said, but for he's not the type of person who will tell you that this is right when it is wrong.
She therefore tasked the remaining serving officers to emulate the departed hero.
To encourage that spirit.
At 4 p.m., the board of the longest-serving member of parliament in Uganda's history, the fine artist, the foster general, father of many and hero, was lowered into its final resting home at a tune of 17 gun salutes. Robert Onyango, UBC News, Kazo District.
Vice President Jessica Alupo yesterday presided over a graduation ceremony of over 1,000 students who have completed their courses at the Agro Student Center in Jerusalem, Israel. Uganda, with a total of 250 graduates, had the majority of the trainees, while the others came from the developing countries of Asia and Africa, including the Kingdom of Bhutan, the Philippines, Cambodia, Tanzania, Ghana, Rwanda, and Togo. The Vice President pledged Uganda's continuous commitment of working with Israel in ensuring that students do not only graduate from the training, but that the trainees positively contribute to Uganda's efforts towards modernizing economy through improved agriculture.
The program of training Ugandan students, mainly from higher institutions of learning, is an arrangement between the two governments of Israel and Uganda since 2013 and has passed out over 1,500 students from Uganda who have been skilled in modern farming practices. Vice President Jessica Alupo appreciated Tamir Yaron, the Executive Director of the Agro Training Center, who is also Uganda's Honorary Consul in Israel, for the efforts he has put together in ensuring the programs run even during COVID pandemic turbulence.
This program is testament of the cordial and fruitful relationship that exists between the State of Israel and the government of Uganda. I understand that the Ugandan students graduating today are among us the 2021-2022 cohort. They have undertaken training in advanced agricultural techniques and technologies combined with theoretical studies and hands-on practical experience in the field. In the long run, the government of Uganda considers that implementing this training will lead to food security in communities where these apprentices hail from and hope to apply their skills and knowledge. It is therefore an honor for me today to witness our young apprentices graduate experiencing the joy and anticipating of students equipped and ready to make a difference in their nation.
The occasion was also addressed by the head of the Israeli Director for the country's Overseas Development Assistance, Ambassador Inat Shlein, and ministers responsible for agriculture from Cambodia, Togo, Tanzania, and Philippines. Less than half of Israel's cultivated area used for farming is irrigated, with much of the output exported majorly to Europe, the United States, and Japan. Etole Ed Archangel, UBC News.
Parliament has passed the Anti-Terrorism Amendment Bill of 2022, which seeks to prohibit actions leading to terrorism. The bill, among others, is also part of a domestic control to be undertaken to prevent proliferation of nuclear, chemical or biological weapons and their means of delivery. Parliament also passed 6 other bills in connection to countering terrorism financing, including Anti-Money Laundering Amendment Bill of 2022. The long-seated parliamentary session was chaired by the Speaker herself, Anita Among.
Members of Parliament have convened to fast-track several crucial bills which seek to control terrorism financing in Uganda. The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, issued warning to members who miss Parliament sittings with no clear notice.
Are you representing your people? And you're talking about accountability. What are you accounting for? The money you're getting and using it and you're not anywhere, you're not helping your people, you're not legislating for them. We are forced to give you warning letters.
With guidance from the resolutions of the United Nations passed in 2004, Uganda seeks to fill the gap, urging all states in accordance with their national procedure to adopt and enforce appropriate effective laws which prohibit any non-state actor to manufacture, acquire, possess, develop, transport, transfer or use nuclear, chemical or biological weapons and their means of delivery, in particular for terrorist purposes. With the Anti-Terrorism Amendment Bill 2022, Uganda's position will be in line with the UN concerns.
Honorable members, I put a question that a report of the whole House be adopted. Those in favor, say unto the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
The report, as presented by the Parliament Committee on Defence and Internal Affairs, notices that the existing laws do not adhere to the UN Task Force standards on combating terrorism, as it does not specify offences of terrorism financing, hence urgent need for amendments.
It is a big step, in my view, towards getting us absolutely cleared by the Financial Action Task Force, but there are some other things that we need to do which could not happen before the law is put in place. For example, workshops on sensitization of people and teaching them about the implications of the law.
Parliament, in the same spirit, passed 6 other bills, including Anti-Money Laundering Amendment Bill 2022, Partnerships Amendment Bill 2022, Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2022, among others.
And how I pray that this House will not be deceived again with the crystal currency a digital currency. And Attorney General, you need to take that up.
They will go a long way in getting us out of the quagmire or dilemma in which we are. But we promise to do better and not stampede the house like this. But I sincerely thank you.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gwitabinji, UBC News.
Buganda Road Court has set September the 1st to deliver sentence in the matter where 2 civilians are convicted of killing 6 climbing lions at Queen Elizabeth National Park. This followed mitigation where the accused's legal team asked court to give the accused a second chance since they are first-time offenders. Magistrate Gladys Kamasanyu is presiding over this matter.
Last week, Magistrate Gladys Kamasanyu of Buganda Road Court convicted Vincent Tumuhaire and Ario Robert on offences of poisoning and killing lions after court found them guilty. Senior State Attorney Joan Keko prayed to court for the talent sentence towards the convicts. However, due to mitigation, lawyer for the convict Andrew Mogume asked court to give them a second chance.
Your Honor, it's our considered opinion that these 2 gentlemen should not be used as white elephants to send a lesson to other people, because they would be better to use if they be voice for conservation in the area than being put away from the society.
The 2 family men who have responsibility also regret the act.
Apart from the last born, all the rest 5 dropped out of school because the person who was trying to put bread and provide school fees was arrested. Your Honor, it's our considered opinion that these 2 gentlemen be given a second chance and also be voice for conservation in the area.
Magistrate Gladys Kamasanyu set 1st September 2022 to sentence the convicts. Vincent Tumuhaire and Ario Robert were convicted on charges of poisoning and killing 6 lions, being in possession of wildlife species, hunting and entering wildlife premises without permission. According to evidence on court record, the 6 lions were poisoned and killed on 7th and 19th March 2021 at Hubugomba Job Meeting Grounds in Shasha Sector, Queen Elizabeth National Park in Kanungu District, when the 2 entered the Queen Elizabeth National Park without permission. The 2 have been on remand for 1 year. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
The Commander Land Forces Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba has cautioned retiring UPDF officers to maintain the discipline they attained in the army. He was at the send-off ceremony of 260 UPDF retirees held at Bombo Land Forces headquarters in Luwera.
The Army Band entertained the ceremony as 260 senior UPDF officers were retiring after long serving in the UPDF. The 12th batch of the 2022-2023 retirees included
62 colonels, 65 lieutenant colonels, and 133 majors.
The adjutant at General Headquarters Bombo, Brigadier General Hassan Chimbowa, presented the names of the retiring officers who were handed the certificates by the Commander Land Forces Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Tongsange Kawesa, Major Patrick.
There was a standing ovation to remember the soul of the late Colonel Igasa Jabi, who would be part of the retiring team, but passed on Sunday at Luwaga Hospital.
RO 53532 Colonel Igasa Jabi, may his soul rest in eternal peace.
The retirement ceremony presided over by the Commander Land Forces was held at Land Forces Headquarters, Bombolwelo District. The Commander Land Forces Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba applauded the achievements of the UPDF, imploring the retirees and the entire UPDF army in securing the country.
Thank you most sincerely for the years and decades of dedicated service to our beautiful country, transitioning from active service to reserve forces now. You're still within the UPDF family. We finished and commissioned our operations center, which is behind here. Completed our perimeter wall. Bombo for the first time has a perimeter wall that covers the whole barracks. We fully renovated the houses of the Commander Land Forces, Deputy Commander Land Forces, and the Chief of Staff Land Forces.
In his farewell speech to the officers, the Camp Commandant General Headquarters Major General Dr. Lake Joseph Chidega implored the retirees for serving their country and transforming the UPDF, cautioning them against drug abuse.
From alcoholism, use of drugs, do physical exercises, and maintain balanced diets.
Colonel Sam Karogwa Murali, on behalf of his fellow retirees, commended President Museveni for enhancing salaries for UPDF officers.
Yes, sir. We request you to extend our sincere appreciation to the Commander-in-Chief and the High Command for the recent salary enhancement that has brought a smile on the faces of the retirees and the serving officers.
The officers' send-off was officially closed with a ceremonial march out of the main gates of Bombo Land Forces headquarters with the chanting and cheering. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC News.
MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
I remember the lockdown, when the streets were empty and our lives disrupted, when businesses closed and our livelihoods hung in the balance. Hospitals were full. We lost loved ones, jobs, and hope. Our children couldn't study anymore. We cannot let this happen again. We should not go back. Get fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and join the millions of Ugandans who are already vaccinated.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
It's a full-time job to be a great parent or guardian. The decisions we make impact their lives forever, and getting a birth certificate is one of the most important ones. All you need to do is get a birth notification record stamped by a medical officer from the hospital where the baby was born or from the sub-county chief in case it occurred at home. Go to the NERA offices in your area and present the notification record, copy of parent's ID and bank payment slip of 5,000 Ugandan shillings for citizens and $40 for non-citizens. Fill NERA Form 3 while there, and a birth certificate will be issued to you. Please note that birth certificates to refugees born in Uganda are free of charge. For more information, visit the NERA office closest to you or call 0800 211 700. This message is brought to you by NERA.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say to register.
What's going on here? He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet, and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash, and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. No, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Cooking with electricity is now affordable. Cook your beans. Avoid smoke.
Sayaka. Cooking with electricity is now so affordable with the Fumba tariff set by the Electricity Regulatory Authority. With the Fumba tariff, you can now buy up to 70 units of Yaka at a reduced price of 412 Uganda shillings per unit after consuming your first 80 units of the month. For more information, contact the Electricity Regulatory Authority on 0200 506 000.
Quatesimu! Get the 4G smartphone of your dreams today and pay as you use. Choose from the Tecno Pop 5 Pro, Tecno Pova Neo, Samsung A03 Core or Nokia C10 and pay conveniently in daily, weekly and monthly installments for a period of a year using Airtel Money. You will also enjoy free 3GB and 100% bonus data on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months. Visit any D-Lite shop or select Airtel Money branches countrywide and get one today. Terms and conditions apply. Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Advocate Coalition for Development and Environment, that's ACOD, and other stakeholders have proposed a number of strategies to build momentum for green structural economic reform. The Executive Director, ACOD, Dr. Arthur Bainomjisha, says that the recovery packages deployed are not adequately green, as there is not enough attention to green structure reform. The Executive Director, NEMA, Dr. Kankwasa Birarega, says that government has put in place a number of measures in protecting and preserving the green structure.
Going green means that we become more resource efficient.
Green recovery has emerged around the world as one of the key policy pathways out of the COVID-19 crisis. Most governments have focused on stimulating return to business, which has led to an increase in climate change and biodiversity loss. The Executive Director, Advocate Coalition for Development and Environment, Arthur Bainomjisha, says the population across the world needs to address the green structure reform for a green and fair economy.
It's a vision that we don't bequeath the future generations an environmental debt. An environment that is hostile to them, but give them a restored environment, a protected environment, and a preserved one.
He urges people to protect and preserve the green economy for future generations.
Be candid, want you to be free to generate these policy ideas that will inform policy at the macro level and micro level that will help this country parachute or transition to that green economy which is fair, which is accountable, which is equitable, which is inclusive, and everybody survives.
The Executive Director, National Environment Management Authority, Dr. Akankwasa Barirega, says government has put measures for protecting and preserving the green structure.
You engage in development, before you start your project, before you engage in a construction, before you engage in building a factory, you require an environment and social impact assessment, which is our entry point to breeding the development. We also promote breeding through mainstreaming environment issues in the development.
Green cover acts as a carbon sink and contributes to the creation of fertile soils and filtered water, as well as helping to mitigate the global effects of the climate crisis. Jane Nyaramjisha, reporting for UBC.
Government has embarked on continuous professional development to equip teachers with motivational leadership and mindset skills that will enable them implement new competence-based curriculum. State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Chrysostom Muyingo, has said that some teachers continue to refer to the new curriculum as tiresome in preparation and getting instructional materials, which affect successful implementation of the program. He was officiating at the national training of members of the Association of School Head Teachers in Uganda.
In 2019, Cabinet passed the National Teacher Policy that emphasizes putting in place strategies to ensure teacher continuous professional development to achieve quality and success in learner outcome. State Minister for Higher Education, John Chrysostom Muyingo, has tipped teachers to persistently seek, process, act and reflect on new information in line with the 21st century. The new curriculum gives each learner the opportunity to master essential skills and succeed in the world of work.
Curriculum, which is competence-based, requires a lot of creativity, a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, and a lot of skills. So we are here this morning to see, of course, to train those who are going out to train others. And in the end, would have a highly motivated teacher. And
officials from the Department of Teacher Education under the Ministry of Education and Sports say implementing the National Teacher Policy has not been simple, although partners like Star Education have motivated teachers and many were able to return to school after the COVID-19 lockdown.
We always declare immediately that it will not work. But this kind of training that focuses on the mind is in the right direction, and our education institutions, the education managers and leaders, we need to change how we think regarding education. I was also happy to note that this morning they were tackling the concept of reflective practice.
Star Education partners believe that education can only improve through changing what is taught and how it is taught, hence training teachers in different styles, using fingers and flashcards in the classroom to establish the misconception of learners and also check their understanding.
Because we are now having a whole changed group of learners who are developing and growing their mindsets.
Meanwhile, government expresses disappointment that the capacity building program is only in 75 districts across the country and has not been rolled out in private schools. I'm Nafka Farida and Salon Kasvante in Kampala.
On the second day of school reopening for the academic year 2022 for the last term, schools have not been easy as parents still face the hassle of meeting the school dues. The tough economic situation has constrained parents' ability to pay school fees, as we see in this report.
Learners officially returned to school on the 29th of August 2020 for the third term, although the tough economic times still constrain many parents. The high cost of living, high fuel prices and after effects of COVID-19 still tangle Uganda's economy.
Are we supposed to learn all this? When are we going to? Where will the money come from? It doesn't need money.
The parents ought to be creative. Money should not be the only issue impeding the students' education. They should reach out to their respective school heads such that the children do not lose out on school.
You listen to them and support them. This curriculum is a do thing. We can do it. And it has helped us a lot. I have very many assertive learners today. Our learners are different. Senior 1 and 2 are different from the rest of school because of this competence that we have seen in them, that we are developing in them, and we pray that all Ugandans take it on.
Parents should also embrace the new curriculum from the Ministry of Education and Sports to produce students who are creative and competitive. Reporting for UBC TV, Semakula Grace.
After more than 40 years of existence, Faith of Unity is growing steadfastly and now focuses on other fields that are relevant for national growth and development. Most noticeable are endeavors in education, health, and now venturing into sports on top of other infrastructure development agenda.
Minister for Presidency Emily Babalanda has applauded Faith of Unity for its ventures into education, especially scaling of the girl child, health and business that will enable growth and development.
My brother, still from Kurunjamuraba, report.
This was during a visit to Faith of Unity offices in Muhororo Town Council, Kagadi District, where she met Owobusobozi Bisaka.
era nga tetunagenda badde nsaba tugende okulambula naye basooke bakunyiremu obuyimba lwa pulezidenti twera nabo n'essomo mwendiri era muno mu kitabu mulimu yakola obulungi ng'akolera Katonda yani ow'ekitiibwa General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni pulezidenti w'eggwanga lya Uganda mwalimu mu kitabu muno n'abalijja emabega eyo mu maaso balisoma ani akolera Katonda ebirungi y'oyo ow'ekitiibwa President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
The minister was flanked by other political leaders including Buyaga West MP Barnabas Tinkasimire.
Twandikisabye teekemu ssente etandike kubeera nga biri government aided nga buli kwota wano bafuna ssente za gavumenti kudukanya eddwaliro eryetwalabye wano senior secondary ne primary na vocational training school.
At inception, Faith of Unity was mainly in Western Uganda, but has now spread all over.
Locals in Mukono are calling on leaders to address waste mismanagement by one of the proprietors of the manure production plant. Locals argue that the wastes contaminate water sources, which is a threat to their health.
Villagers in Nakumbo, Ntonto Village, Champisi Sub-County, Mukono District are concerned about a manure production plant that has contaminated water in the area. Ewan Siraj is in the spotlight for not considering restraining from releasing residue in the area. Manure is filtered to extract the useful component. The waste is then disposed of, mixes with water that flows into people's homes and roads.
ebisa bikulukuta nebigenda paka mu mazzi getukima nate netugenda mailo namba etugenda netukima amazzi naffe tulwala
kubanga kati abamu tulina tanka bwetubanga tugakekereza tukozesa agago mu tanka.
This has turned into breed for waterborne diseases like diarrhea, bilharzia and cholera.
This environment is very bad. Sludge akola ebisabye n'abituweereza kyokka yafuna mu ssente ffe tulwale naffe abaana bagenda ku masomero tulumizibwa ne tugwa mu bisa ne tuluka ku ssomero nga zi uniform zonna ziwunya sirajje swalako naffe tuli bantu.
Efforts have been made by locals and leaders to solve the matter with the proprietor of the plant, but with no results.
Omwami Siraj bakamuwa warnings ezisuuka mu 5 buli we tujja n'alaganga agenda okukola naye all in vain.
Siraj left the scene upon noticing that there were cameras recording the protests.
She promised us only 1 week to bring the machines which are drying this what? Eh? Where are they? It's now almost 7 months since she promised us. We are tired, we are fed up. Let her remove our farm away from here. Yes.
And she's claiming that people should sell their land.
Hey, she wants us to sell our land.
Who is she? She's not beyond the rules of...
This situation has been on for 3 years with no lasting solution, and locals want it to be addressed as soon as possible, but protests shall continue. The UPDF soldiers were also seen in the area and are allegedly believed to have been ferried by the proprietor to counter the protests.
Mr. Siraj, Chairman, in discussion, we engaged him in discussion, but his wife is arrogant to the extent of telling people that if you cannot live in this area, then sell the land to us. Yet she found these people here.
Failure of the business people to agree with the community. We need leaders, I think, to intervene in the situation. We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. It's UBC News Tonight.
Vimba ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
A good school doesn't tolerate violence against children.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Happiness comes to us in many places. It's in knowing the mosquito net keeps our children healthy. The wife having the support of her husband. It's in deciding together when to have a baby. And for some, focusing on what's important right now. So what's your happiness? Make the right health decisions to ensure happiness for you and your family.
Water gives life. Water is life. But not all water is created equal. Refresh yourself with the new quality Nirvana packaged drinking water and fuel you and your passion to go further in life.
Visit a shop near you and grab a 250 ml at 500 shillings, 500 ml at 1000 shillings, 1.5 liters at 2000 shillings, or the 20-liter jumbo bottle at 19,000 shillings. Nirvana is a product of Crown Beverages Limited, the makers of Pepsi products.
Oh, they look nice.
Thank you, honey.
Yo!
You guys gather, it's going down. Gather! Gather!
Yo! I tell you what.
Airtel is giving you bigger data bundles for the same price. Dial *175# to choose from our range of bigger Chillax bundles that don't expire. Bigger monthly bundles, all for the same price, and stay connected longer to loved ones. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Nivana wafe twenywele, nivana wafe twenywele, nivana wafe tunyola. Eish, 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 eish. Nivana wafe tunyola. For more goals, kumala kenyonta.
Nirvana packaged drinking water is a product of Crown Beverages Limited, makers of Pepsi products. That's life. That's Nirvana.
UBC News Tonight. Let's now talk business. The Electricity Regulatory Authority, together with National Council for Higher Education, have signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance cooperation and partnership with each other in order to ensure intersectoral collaboration in their respective activities to increase certified electricians.
In a bid to ensure certified electricians produced out of higher institutions of learning, the Electricity Regulatory Authority seeks to carry out sensitization in all electrical training institutions on the academic professional requirements for applications for electrical permits in Uganda. The partnership is also set to increase the number of certified electricians of permit classes D and C from 1,300 to 3,000.
Today, the two institutions are signing the Memorandum of Understanding to enhance cooperation and partnership with each other in order to ensure intersectoral coherence and collaboration in their respective functions and activities concerning the increase of certified electricians.
We have to ensure that before the process of accreditation is concluded and before we can approve a program for implementation, that the physical facilities that are in place are adequate.
Technical analyzation personnel are to be put in place for the proper implementation and participation of the Memorandum of Understanding. The National Council for Higher Education also confirms commitments in collaborating with the authority to ensure standards in training quality electrical engineers at all levels.
In our case, we have undertaken to ensure that in the various functions that we carry out, and especially in the process of accreditation of academic programs which are related to electricity, more particularly electrical engineering, that we involve experts that are nominated by ERA. The involvement of the ERA experts will help to regulate the input, the professional input in the programs that we accredit.
Through this MOU, the two bodies are to ensure minimum standards for courses of study and equating of qualifications, disseminating information on higher education and monitoring of higher institutions of learning.
The Supreme Court in Kenya is to base on 9 issues to hear and give a verdict in the presidential election petition of 2022 filed by the Raila Odinga of Azimio Party challenging William Ruto victory of Kenya Kwanza. Chief Justice Koome Martha has cautioned the parties in the case on the issue of time during the hearing of the petition. The Supreme Court will start with the hearing of the case tomorrow, the 31st of August, and the verdict will be delivered on the 5th of September 2022. Due to the limited time and space, Parties will have to highlight on the patent issues, and few lawyers from both sides will be allowed to submit and attend court. The justice to president to preside over this matter include Chief Justice Kome Martha, Philomena Mbate, Mawilu, Mohammed Kadir Ibrahim, Dr. Smakin Wangola, Njoki Susanna Nduju, and Isaac Lenuala. In the just concluded Kenya presidential elections, William Ruto of Kenya Kwanza won with 7,176,441 votes, 50.49% of the total vote, and his close opponent of Azimio, Raila Odinga, garnered 6,942,930 votes, making a percentage of 48.85%.
Deployed by IEBC for the conduct of the 2022 general elections met the standards of integrity, verifiability, security, and transparency to guarantee accurate and verifiable results. Whether there was interference with the uploading and transmission of Forms 34A from the polling stations to the IEBC public portal. Whether the postponement of gubernatorial elections in Kakamega and Mombasa counties and Kwanjenga in Embakasi South constituency resulted in voter suppression to the detriment of the petitioners in petition number E005, whether there were irregularities and illegalities of such magnitude as to affect the final result of the presidential election.
That's Martha Koome, the Chief Justice of Kenya. We thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you tonight. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa, and with the whole team here, we wish you the best of the night. Bye-bye. I'll leave you with Millie Kutesa here, who has the weather forecast report.
For tuning on UBC, my name is Kutesa Milio with your weather update. We are still experiencing thunder showers in most parts of the country, though some other areas are still having sunny intervals. This is brought in with the rain belt that is diffused over Africa, that includes our country, Uganda, in combination with moist winds that are blowing from Indian Ocean towards our country, and that from the Congo airmans bring us the rainfall that we're experiencing lately. Tomorrow morning, though, we expect to wake up with thunder showers in our central part of Uganda and the eastern part of our country. It's also expected to wake up with thunder showers. Apart from Toro, we are seeing sunny intervals. The western stretch is expected to have thunder showers, and the northern stretch is expected to have sunny intervals in most part of it. Afternoon hour, though, we're expecting a pickup of thunder showers in the central part of Uganda at maximum 27 degrees Celsius across the capital city Kampala, Nakasongola at maximum 28 degrees Celsius, and the western stretch is expected to have thunder showers still at maximum 28 degrees Celsius in Tororo with 29 degrees Celsius. The western stretch is expected to have thunder showers at maximum 26 degrees across Masindi and Kasese with 28 degrees Celsius. Northern sector is expected to have light showers at maximum 28 degrees in Chitugumu, and cloudy conditions and sunny intervals across Kotido with 29 degrees Celsius. With moving out of Uganda, trying the few cities across the globe, forecasting 25 degrees Celsius across London with sunny intervals, and Cairo with sunny conditions at maximum 37 degrees Celsius. That is pretty hot. New York with 31 degrees Celsius and with showers, and Nairobi in the neighborhood with sunny intervals at maximum 25 degrees Celsius. We are expecting a lot of rainfall in the western stretch and across Lake Choga, which may lead later on to floods. So we are trying to tell the people that are around there, please stay away from the mountains and anything that can bring death. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Kutesa Mili. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.